Hello, everybody. Glitch Reaper here, aka the original card game for the win. I am back. I have done a few things off camera, because of waiting for my time to do things. This is a little off the mark in terms of exactly when I'd normally be doing Magic on camera, because it's just more on Fridays, but again, still readjusting and other circumstances may apply, so things happen. But still, I'm back. That's the big news here, is I'm officially back. And there's something that, well, you may notice I'm holding my onto my gold here. That's for an interesting reason. While I was going around and seeing how this thing was performing with my new hardware, well, there's a development that just kind of came up. Yeah, old school gamers would know Black Lotus is, like, one of the rarest cards ever. Mainly because, historically, it was used in a very special strategy that no longer is even technically feasible, I believe, or at least mathematically improbable so much that it wouldn't be as big of a deal these days, but it used to be used in something that they kind of referred to as the God Hand. Basically, if you went first and you played it right, including enough Black Lotus, you basically won. It's like if there was like you deal enough damage in one turn on your first turn to just wreck an enemy completely. That was what the God Hand was about. Obviously, it was a little more complicated than that, but Black Lotus, what it did to just give you a pretty serious amount of mana very quickly, and without any real cost to the artifact, that is why it was capable of doing that, because it basically gave you whatever mana you wanted. So it was just crazy back in the day. I don't know how many people even remember that, but basically 0 to cast artifact, sack it for 3 mana of any color. So, and if you have more than one in your hand, shenanigans may ensue. That's basically how things went down. Now, currently, I'm really thinking of going for this. I mean, I love my dragon pet a lot, but just something about Black Lotus just says, yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be a pet because it's a plant, but still, I mean, something to put onto your field for personal bling. In a very interesting way. It is purchasable, and I will be earning, like, experience and, like, wild cards and packs and stuff along the way. So, the question is, what do I do in this case, in terms of what do I do for a while? Like, close to an hour or something. Well, I've got some options here. I mean, I could go for playing some green. I could do some white. And this is a white deck. This is one that I haven't used for a while. I'm trying to remember if I showed this on camera before or not. But this is my white-red deck. It's pretty good with both offense and defense if things line up, and it kind of does more often than some others because I curved it just a bit better. So I'm thinking of doing a little historic ranked here. I do have other options if I choose to do so, or if I'm running a little short on time. So we'll see about how things go down. But basically, I'm going to be going off white in terms of things to cast to count towards my quests here. So, can I cast 20 white spells and/or blue spells during this time? And I say and/or blue because I also have Yorion linked to this deck, and he is white and blue, so he would actually count twice. I've mentioned that before, that multicolored cards, if you're doing the quest, count towards both colors, or all in the case of things that are like even more colors. You can have like something that literally counts as one of each color, and count towards progress of pretty much everything that involves color in a quest. I could easily see getting literally like 2 points each on 2 different quests. Now, for them to line up perfectly where you're getting progress towards 3 color-related quests all at once, not as likely as you'd think. I mean, I think you can have up to 3 quests active at a time. But other than that, things get a little different. So we'll see. Ho ho ho. Thank you for being there, Trolf, and your hammer. This could be absolutely ridiculous. Okay, they don't, or at least I don't see them as having a companion right now. But that might not show up until later on. And right now they're looking at their hand, because apparently they're going to go first. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, this is historic because I did like a lot of these cards for this deck, and I really like playing my Steel Overseer whenever I get an opportunity, so here's that. And I think 20th edition is out of the rotation in terms of standard, and 2021 is in, so there's that. Time to say hello. Hi. It's a very fast night. This one doesn't have a pet apparently, but I do. I mean, I got my dragon here. So say hello again. Say hello again to my dragon wild pet. Okay. I've got first strike. Really helps out. See if they're gonna try to rely on that one or not. Of course, that's a triggered ability. This one works with activated abilities, so we'll see about that. Okay, they went for my shaman. That is a decent choice. I gotta admit, that is a decent choice. Life! Do I want to... do I want to hammer or overseer? No, I think I'll do this first to see how my mana lines up. So if I... because I could go pretty heavy pretty soon. This is actually going to be a bit nuts, now that I'm looking at the in here. Oh, Archon of Sun's Grace. Okay, okay. Well, in that case, would you like to see one of my god cards? I'm paying attention, I know that this guy won't first strike past that. So I gotta build up my Overseer a bit. One thing is, if I can't with Banishing Light, they gotta... yeah, they Banishing Light. I figured they would just because he's a god card, but he's not the only one I got. Okay. Let's go... Luminous Broodmoth. Hi, how you doing? It's a decent number of these spells. I know it's unranked, but I'm not really too concerned about that right now. Do I want to Tajik? Swiftblade? Could, well actually, this could combine pretty well, because he is a legend. think I want to build up a little bit more. I might go for it. Hammer won't be able to get me past that Archon of Sun's Grace, but I'm building up my Stillovers as the Of course, he's got a lot of flying. Archon of Sun's Grace is a very good card. So I know that it's absolutely an awesome card. It would have been great to have done. If you see how many? 1, 2, 3. I won't be able to win this one anyhow, so might as well just make some progress. I'm mainly doing questing. But let's see here. And they all survived. But again, he's got a lot of flying. I actually have a good amount of flying in this deck too, but did not come up early. So, yeah, I mean, Yorion counts as a flyer, but I don't have enough mana to play it after I get him. I see an owl. But all it glitters also okay. I think I got it in here. I'm trying to remember, do I have it in here? Yeah, we'll see. See, that was decent progress because I got it on 2 of them, so we'll see how this goes and if my luck holds out ranked. At least for now, because I usually go until I get gold rank. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to work it by the end of the month because it's February. So it is officially the short month. I usually don't have that much of an issue getting gold by the end of a month whenever I'm actively doing it, although it has been a while because of, well, stuff happened. Again, technical issues. So, we'll see. I am going to be doing lots of white very quickly. Oh, Immolation Shaman. You're going to be equipped up by something really good really fast, because I have Shadow Spear. I love that. I love this. Actually, just do this first. You're tapped out, so you can't cast anything. I mean, it'll be a bit of a no-guard match for a little while. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna have enough mana to actually cast Yorion pretty soon. Ish. Next couple rounds. Do I want to equip, or... Oh, just in case. Luminous Broodmoth, that ability is just awesome. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. Okay. So I see. Well. Nom. Nom nom nom. Okay, Yorian, you're about to just pop my progress up. Good luck. There are always more tooth bugs. Survival roll. Managed to gather. You just realized that that's not getting through. I'm not blocking with my emulation shaman. I'm doing something very different. It's called Hello Yorian. Okay, let's go. Uma's Broodmoth, you are just always beautiful, and you're totally based on life. And they realized that I had too much attack power from the next round, and decided to just go out quickly. So they ran. However, well, next round I was going to cast that Swiftblade Vindicator. That would have been beautiful extra progress, but it didn't come up. Ah, so close to Kaldheim. I was wanting another pack. I got my, Torolf? Is that his name? I haven't quite got it down yet, but the red god of Fury in Kaldheim. I got that randomly. Some others I see a couple other god cards I use wild cards, and one of them I Torolf, yeah, that was it. Was I on? I'm not sure. I think I was on. Please let me cast that. I love effects like that. I used to play Sigil of Valor so much on Magic Duels because of it basically being the same thing. It wasn't an enchantment, it was an equipment. I think it was +X till the end of turn, where X was the number of other creatures you control other than the one that was equipped. I could be off on that. It's been a while since I checked into that one too, so to be perfectly fair. And will I hammer? I don't know, because, I mean, he's a legendary, and he becomes a creature, so I might hammer. I mean, it could happen. I could totally hammer. And these bimodal cards, they are awesome in very interesting ways. Depending on various circumstances, of course. But basically, they give you a slot you can choose between two things when casting. So instead of taking Torolf, God of Fury, I used his hammer earlier on. And sometimes, you know, it's good to throw out your God card for various situations. But, bimodal cards in general give you that choice, and what they are on the battlefield is determined the moment that you actually, in fact, play them because it's your choice. I know, I decided to go with Touch of Legion's Edge. Do you have anything to do? No, apparently not. Either that or he's holding back. You never know. They might be holding back. There's not as many interactables in this map, but yeah, it's still nice. Could I? No. I was thinking about it. Okay, we're going with I remember that one. That's a very heavy okay. Let's just pump the damage. that's a lot of damage. Gideon, you are about to just give me a ton of life points next round. And one cool thing about this hammer, I mean, Feralf is basically good, and his hammer is basically Mjolnir. So, there's that. Feralf's hammer is, it only grants power to legendary creatures, but it also has that other ability where it can deal 3 damage to any target and be returned to your hand, which basically means you're returning Feralf to your hand, so you could decide to send him out later, actually, after you put out the hammer. So there is definitely that. And that's a pretty cool extra feature on this one, is that they complement each other that way. I mean, each other's in both halves of the card. So, again, this bimodal thing is new, and I think it's I personally think it's quite cool. This hammer has a history on this plane that's a bit different than Mjolnir, but it's also really cool. Oh, if only I could pull that off. That would be awesome. Just gained so much. Oh, hello, mountain. Nice to see ya. Do it. Hello, Gideon.
I walk a righteous path.
I am going to power up Tajik. I'm going to take it.
Share my light.
Lifelink later, but for now I'm taking it this way. That way I can smash through something. He doesn't have trample, but I mean it'll still smash something if it blocks. If only I had that thing where killing your opponent's creatures counted as a quest right now. Because I'm going to be knocking one at a time pretty easily. I was wondering if you might do that. But indestructible.
I've fought worse. That's enough.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh, I didn't activate. Don't. That's a problem. I did not activate something. I think it scrolled a little too fast for me there. Part of indestructible don't you understand? out on that one, but it's okay. It happens on occasion where blip things happen, and I've lived through it.
Bravery wasn't enough.
Aha. We'll be able to play him soon. I used to play that so often. And Hurricane. Wait, upgrade? No, it was Warrior Poet, not Radiant Champion. But still from somewhere else. That could be interesting. I hadn't slipped past that, I would have got him. But sometimes things just kind of blur together. How many whites have I cast? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've doubled my progress. Not bad.
My strength is our strength.
That is a lot of loyalty counters and like that. Yeah, she does have an emblem, so I might go for that at some point. Darian, gonna need a block for me here. Oh, Resplendent Angel. I kinda got it. Would've been great with that combo I had earlier if I'd had that out and pulled that off. That would've been They've just got too much flying. Cleave would have been great.
Let your defeat be a lesson to those who come after.
Ability to do it this time. Maybe next time I get it out. a lot of good things going, but just didn't have enough all at once. But sometimes that's just how the luck goes. I think that goes, well, they keep rebalancing that. It's a little weird. Wait. Oh yeah, I did cast Yorian, so he did count extra both those times. So I'm gonna get that one a little bit quicker. Sometimes just wait so long than others. Appropriate name. Oh, Daxos. Sweet. This is gonna be interesting. I don't have anything with one anyhow. Up by middle. Just got love those small. Hello. Even the bird was trying to land on the statue. Okay. Be able to get Yorian out a bit later. It's gonna be interesting. They got a risky deck here. Very aggro. They have Oba. I'm sure they've got that on another deck. Putting out a little extra minute. Yeah, I have all the companions. I just haven't really got a deck orientated around every last one. Has been played. Use that, but I'd like the possibility of playing Yorian. Just the quest progress. This is a very early they've got going. Which one do I want to kill? That one? I'd say this one was the most annoying. Yeah, I'll take out this one. They did have a pet over there. Almost, almost. 5 more white spells and I'm totally in. Can I get it first, though? That is the good question. I'm totally trying to open a pack of call down here and getting all my, both my quests. Hey, it's Pedro again. I've seen him around, and he has always used Demon Lord Belzenlock as his avatar. I think that's Demon Lord Belzenlock. We've seen each other more than once, so hello. I know I have fought this guy more than once. At least I think so. There's a very, very good chance. Oh, this could be very interesting very soon. Hello again, Daxos. Nice to see you. Oh, the healer saw. I was thinking of playing, getting ready for Yorion, but then this presented itself. That's not gonna last as long as you think there. Because I can choose to pop out Aurelia. And I believe that I will. And thanks. These two are going to neutralize each other. Oh, I thought he was going to block that, but no. I really thought he was going to block that. Okay, let's do a little constriction here. Archon of Absolution. Sooner or later, they're gonna probably want to block that. Of course, this thing is just utterly fine. God, okay. Nice, I've got one myself. She's awesome. Also, one of them I just got randomly. So it's always cooler whenever you do that, rather than wild card. Although, there's nothing wrong with doing wild card. Okay, we are going to shimmy these around. I am going to Shadow Spear, re-equip. Archon of Absolution, thank you. I cannot target it because it has protection from white. That is totally a thing that happens. There is a downside to protection from white in that you can't target it with anything that would power it up with white. The munching continues. I have enough mana for Yorion and I haven't even played him yet. Well, Resplendent Angel. I see, I see. So we got a few things that way, but can you keep up with Angelic Expectation? Because I swear that will speed things up like you would not believe. Okay. Do I want to go with the Healer's Hawk? I think I will, because he might actually choose a bucket. I mean, it's a 9/7 with lifelink and trample now. I mean, not trample, because I didn't equip the Shadow Spear to it, but you know. Yeah, I'll take that one down first. No, because I'm using my turn. I can pet the dragon. I do realize that protection from white is absolute, even against a god card, by the way. Hey, Soul Mender. Nice to see ya. I'll use that one a bit later, maybe? A little roaring in here. Just cause I can't target Archon of Absolution. Get powered up. Our life points are both just going nuts. That's what happens when you have a serious white on white fight. On top of that, I could probably be improving things even more soon. Righteous Valkyrie. Okay. See here, I will back do a little obstruction there. 'Cause I don't know where the other thing's gonna go. Need to drill that with a response at some point. Or should I? I could resurgence this. Yeah, this would be a good idea for this time. That was a good one. So that was a full-on resurgence, and that was a pretty good one. Ooh, okay, let's up there. Okay, I think this is finishing time. So, I'll say good game. You're in. I mean, it's been fun, but at the same time, yeah, he realized I was going to double strike, and there was nothing he could use to block that. And it was going to be powered up by that. But yeah, at the same time, Yorian, I had a better strategy I could use rather than summoning you to my side. You're a great companion. I love building big decks, so you are a natural to throw in with a lot of them. And I leveled that all the way. Sweet. Oh, Kaldheim. I am loving you because I am always a myth and legend buff, and this is... If only I had a mastery pass right now. But yeah, I'm a myth and legend buff, and I do like multiple forms of mythology. So Kaldheim, in his big emphasis on on Norse, has really gotten to me. So I've been loving that. Oh, one of the things I did early on is I had a ton of common wild cards, so I just bought out a lot of snowlands. Behold the multiverse. Scry 2, then draw 2 cards. And you can foretell it. Foretell is like a new dynamic where you can pay to exile it from your hand face down, and you can cast it later for its foretell cost. So you can kind of hold them over in a safe way. Demon Bolt. For something that deals 4 damage, that sounds just particularly menacing. Brine Bow Intruder. Flash can weaken an opponent's creature, so yeah. That's an interesting vehicle we got going here. Colossal Plow. The crewing is 6, and there is a creature in this set specifically designed to be a perfect match for crewing this. That is a gigantic ox. So, Ox and Plow, very thematic in its own way. Whenever it attacks, you add 3 white mana and you gain 3 life. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases in. That is a great thing for playing white, because even though this is actually a colorless artifact, it gives you white mana. So you could use that to blend in a few extra things, and the biggest thing is just the fact that you have the ability to use that to just boost how much mana you got. So you're playing big white, that'd be a whopper. Lejaro Glade Warden. Changeling. This is an ability they had a while back, and it's cool that they brought it back. It's basically where it is every creature type whenever it's in play. So unless something says when something's also not in play that applies, then it doesn't. And this is not one of those times. So Changeling just means as long as it's on the field, it's every creature type. Which means this is basically an uncommon god card, in addition to being a demigod, an Eldrazi, a cat, a nightmare, of course still a shapeshifter, a construct, even though it's not even an artifact creature. It's a wall, but it can attack. It's all sorts of nonsense is there with Changeling, and I absolutely love it. But for better or worse, that holds. So, every creature type means if something penalizes a creature type that's on the field, it'll penalize it. If something boosts it, it'll boost it. So it's like everything affects it if it affects a creature type. That's kind of a good and a bad thing. And so the Changelings are back. Also has the ability to exile a creature card from your graveyard, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. You can only activate it anytime you could cast a sorcery, but for 2 generic and 1 green, that's a dice ability, and for 3 generic and 1 green, 3/3 with Changeling, still pretty good, because Changeling, again, does crazy stuff. So let's see what my guaranteed to be rare or mythic card is. Whoa, that kind of fluctuated there. I guess if you're really on the edge. Showdown of the Scalds. Rare Saga. Exile top 4 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. On step 1, on the second and third lore counter, whenever you cast a spell this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. So I could see that being just running away with things in certain decks. It's just being ridiculous, because I've seen some things where you can get the stack up to like 20 cards with the right copying combo. So Yeah, that could get positively ballistic if somebody had the other things to support that. So, okay, that could get wild. So yeah, Kaldheim is going to be a very cool set. I'm gonna love. Love collecting it. Is going to be a really good thing. I didn't get to have much of Zendikar Rising because of my technical difficulties. I've gotten a little bit of it since I've gotten back in, but not much. So Kaldheim, yeah, I'm very grateful that I'll be collecting a lot of it just for my leveling up. So that's going to be cool. But in fact, I missed out on a little bit. We'll see. But there is another little bit of news other than me saving up for a Black Lotus pet, and just Kaldheim is here, and it has a lot of cool stuff in it. Some things that are new dynamics or newish, and some things that just haven't been around in a long time. They're still very cool. But let me see, what was it that was in the store? No, not that. Dex. Because there's something I'm just going to show real quick before I... Okay. Another, like straight up designated for historic purposes set has come out. Amonkhet Remastered has been awesome in its own way. I haven't been collecting it as much as I was thinking I was going to because, again, technical difficulties kind of slowed me down. I will probably get back to it at some point because I did like Amonkhet, so I might occasionally throw in for a pack or so, even though it's things that I have most of on Magic Duels. Although there's some things also from Hour of Devastation that are mixed in with the first Amonkhet set, so it's kind of both sets combined. Kaladesh Remastered is something that came up specifically during the time I had technical difficulties, so I didn't even know that they'd brought it out because I was a little out of the loop. But it's kind of, again, a bit like how Amonkhet Remastered was, and that it's like more than one part of its like mini cycle together. So it's a bit of Kaladesh combined with Aether Revolt. Aether Revolt I was able to play and collect a lot of on Magic Duels. And I think I also got... I'm trying to remember if Kaladesh was part of that, or it would just jump to Aether Revolt. But I could check back at some point, but either way, this is kind of those two combined. So it has a lot of things that involve energy counter system, and it's extra heavy on equipment and vehicles because Kaladesh and Aether Revolt were the sets that it kind of introduced vehicles, and they've been pretty popular ever since as something that is nice to have in once in a while as an artifact that can become an artifact creature for a turn, including in the middle of someone else's turn. Like, you can just crew it up and just suddenly block somebody with it. That was always a good one. So, and I've done that move multiple times over in Magic Duels, so I haven't done that maneuver very often in MTG Arena, but I am aware it is an option. And there are some pretty big vehicles that you can crew and just slam somebody with, because the crew cost is in general about half the kind of power and toughness it has. Like if it's a 10-10, it might have a crew of 5, but there are some that are very exceptional, including some legendary vehicles that crew for a lot less. And there's also some things that crew for a good amount but have like really cool effects. So the balance of vehicles has always been interesting, and Kaladesh being historically the one to introduce that, I kind of think it's cool that they're bringing that back here for MTG Arena. I'll be logging off now, actually, because I think that pretty much covers the news, and I had a good little session in there for a little bit of a historic throwdown. Although, of course, we do have other play options now, because we have Brawl at any time. They have kept that on this whole time afterwards, and I love it. I'm going to figure out at some point if straight-up play is, like, automatically considered historic, because I've been wanting to get some of my older decks and historic stuff more in. So I'm going to experiment with that here and there, because I'd love to see it just being like straight up like whatever. Like it's like no holds barred, just whatever goes. So that will be cool. For now, again, I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody.